My campus heartthrob roommate is amazing to me. He's a total neat freak, but he lets me on his bed, shares his food with me, and even drinks from the same cup. The day before I finally worked up the courage to confess to him, he suddenly said, "Hey, you're pretty close with Mike, right? Can you help me ask him out?" Mike is my childhood best friend. He's always been the kid every parent compares you to. If he was standing next to me, he'd steal the spotlight completely. That's why, my whole life, every girl I've ever had a crush on has ended up confessing to him instead. And now guys too. Whatever. One of them is the guy I like, and the other is my best friend. Besides, even though Mike can be a total diva, he's always been incredibly good to me. If I could help set him up, he'd be grateful, right? I forced a smile for Alex and pulled out my phone. Sure thing. I'll send you his contact info right now. But Alex stopped me. Just adding him out of the blue feels a little weird. Could you ask him to hang out tomorrow? We can all grab a bite to eat and get to know each other. Wow, so considerate of you. As if I'm some kind of masochist who enjoys watching the guy I like get together with someone else. Okay, sure. I'll ask Mike if he's free. Yeah, I'm a masochist. Mike replied almost instantly after I messaged him. So you still know how to text me. I immediately started sweet-talking him. I've just been super busy lately. No time to catch up. Let's get dinner tomorrow. I want you to meet a new friend. Mike's reaction was intense. No way. We barely get to see each other. I don't want anyone else crashing our time together. Okay, whatever you say. I put my phone down and said to Alex, he said he'd be delighted to have lunch with you. Alex's eyes curved into a smile. He rushed over and gave me a huge hug. Thanks, Jamie. You're the best. Haha. No problem. Just as I expected. The next day when Mike saw me walk in with Alex, his face immediately went cold. Out of Alex's line of sight, I pressed my hands together, desperately begging Mike to give me a break. My phone buzzed. I glanced down and saw a message from him. You were so gonna get it. What are you guys thinking of getting? Alex asked, breaking the awkward silence. I'm good with anything, no real dietary restrictions, but Mike doesn't eat onions, ginger, garlic, or any organ meats. Got it. After that, Alex tried several times to start a conversation with Mike, but Mike's icy attitude shut him down every time, until the topic shifted to me. Being roommates with Jamie is the best. He's so clean, and he always smells good. As he said it, Alex casually slung his arm over my shoulder. Mike's expression darkened instantly. Dude, do you not remember the guy you're trying to hit on is sitting right across from you? I removed Alex's hand and laughed it off. Jules, Alex is a really great guy. I have a feeling you two would make good friends. Is that so? So Mike's nickname is Jules? That's cute, kind of unexpected. Seeing my chance, I decided to leave the two of them alone. I made an excuse about needing the restroom, planning to slip out for good. But I'd barely been in there a minute when a tall figure appeared behind me. Before I could react, he dragged me into a stall. Mike, what are you doing here? I don't like that Alex guy, Mike said, pinning me against the door, his voice tinged with hurt. Are you trying to set us up? Ah, he figured it out that fast. Looking at his beautiful face, my voice softened against my will. I just thought he was a decent guy and you two might get along, so I don't like him. Then who do you like? Mike just stared at me for a long moment, his ears slowly turning red. You're such an idiot. How am I an idiot now? I don't get it. Mike dragged me out of the restaurant without so much as a word to Alex. I was about to text Alex, but Mike stopped me. Don't message him. That's not cool, just leaving him there by himself. He's not a kid. If he sees we're gone, can't he look for us? If he can't find us, can't he just leave? You promised me you'd spend today completely focused on me. Mike stressed. Just me. But this, Jamie, we're supposed to be best friends. How come ever since Alex showed up, you don't even listen to me anymore? Seeing he was getting upset, I quickly tried to smooth things over. Okay. I'm with you right now, aren't I? Then come home with me. But I have to get back to the dorm tonight. I bought the new game console. My eyes lit up instantly, all thoughts of the dorm and Alex vanishing from my mind. Let's go. Mike's place was spacious and clean, and the fact that he lived there alone made me incredibly jealous. If you're so jealous, why don't you just move in with me? I waved my hands dismissively. Nah, I'm fine in the dorm. Besides, it's his place. I can't just expect to live here without paying a dime. Even best friends need to have boundaries. Mike and I played video games until almost midnight, completely ignoring my phone, which kept lighting up on the table. By the time I finally remembered to text Alex back, he wasn't replying anymore. He probably went to sleep. Mike and I lay in bed just like when we were kids. We chatted for a bit before I was overcome with sleepiness and drifted off. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by something tickling my face. When I came to, I realized someone was on top of me, chewing on my mouth. This is my mouth, not a chicken wing. I jolted awake and shoved him off with all my strength. Poor Mike rolled a couple of times before falling right off the bed. I flicked on the light, totally freaked out. Was Mike sleepwalking? I've heard you're not supposed to wake a sleepwalker, or they could go crazy or something. So, with great effort, I managed to haul Mike back onto the bed. He was completely out of it, sleeping peacefully. To prevent any more scary antics, I tucked him in tight with the blanket, pinning his arms and legs down. Only then did I feel safe enough to go back to sleep. When I woke up the next morning, my mouth felt a little sore. I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, only to find that my lip was split from where Mike had chewed on it. Ugh, I can't really blame him. Who knew he was a sleepwalker? I don't remember him having this problem as a kid. Mike was in a great mood all morning, smiling from ear to ear, while I looked like a zombie with dark circles under my eyes from a sleepless night. After he dropped me off at school, Mike grabbed my hand. Jamie, you haven't forgotten what's coming up in a week, have you? My brain started racing. Of course not, I said loudly. I've already got your birthday present ready. Get ready for a surprise. Yeah, right. Mike looked even happier. Okay, I'll be waiting. When I got back to the dorm and opened the door, I found Alex sitting on the edge of my bed. He stood up when he saw me. Jamie, you were out all night. I was worried sick. You have no idea how long I had to sweet-talk the RA to cover for you. It seemed like Alex wasn't going to give me a hard time about ditching him yesterday, which was a relief. I put my hands together in a prayer pose. Your Majesty, this humble servant is eternally grateful. I'll buy you dinner. 2 dinners, no 5. Glad to see you have a conscience. Alex seemed to notice something and leaned closer to my face. Jamie, what happened to your lip? I couldn't exactly say Mike chewed on it while sleepwalking. I laughed it off. Oh, I had a dream I was eating a huge feast and bit myself. I quickly changed the subject. Mike's birthday is in a week. I think this is a great opportunity. You should get him a cake and a present. He'd be really touched. Alex rubbed his chin. Good point. I should really think about how to prepare. Mike usually only celebrated his birthday with me, so if I suddenly brought Alex along, he would definitely not be happy. I suggested that Alex show up midway through to drop off the cake and gift. It would be a nice gesture without being intrusive. Alex agreed. On the day of the party, Mike waited and waited, but no birthday cake arrived. He looked at me suspiciously. You totally forgot to get me one, didn't you? Just be honest, I won't be mad. Just as he finished speaking, there was a knock at the door. See? There it is now. I opened the door to find Alex standing there with a bright smile, holding a cake box. Happy birthday, Mike. In stark contrast to Alex's smile, Mike's face darkened almost instantly. The warm atmosphere suddenly became tense and rigid. But Alex seemed completely oblivious. After handing over the gift and cake, he made a graceful exit. Well, I won't disturb you guys any longer. Have a great day. After Alex left, Mike was silent. I had just opened the cake Alex brought when Mike shoved me aside, grabbed the box, and threw the whole thing, untouched, out the door. The sharp crack echoed in the hallway. I stared at Mike's cold, grim face, frozen in place. I knew Mike might not like Alex, but I never thought he disliked him that much. I could barely get the words out. Mike, what are you doing? I told you I don't like him, but you still invited him over. Why? Are you that desperate to set us up? That's not it, Mike was clearly in a bad mood and didn't want to hear my excuses. I decided it was best to back off. I'm gonna go then. Jules, you should get some rest. This was my fault today. Don't be upset. I messed everything up. I went into the hallway, picked up the smashed cake, and brought it back to school with me. I couldn't let Alex see it, so I sat alone on the athletic field and forced myself to eat the entire thing. When I got back to the dorm, Alex greeted me with a smile. How was the birthday? It was great. He loved your gift and the cake. Did he? Alex raised an eyebrow. Jamie, you've got some frosting on the corner of your mouth. I quickly tried to cover. Oh, Mike shared a piece with me just now. It was really good. I saw you from the balcony, eating the cake on the field. My eyes widened and I froze. Alex slowly walked toward me and did something completely unexpected. He leaned down and licked the leftover frosting from the corner of my mouth. Alex? Sorry. You were just too cute. I couldn't help myself. Wasn't that a huge cake? Aren't you stuffed? I answered instinctively, it's okay. Mike didn't mean it. He can just be a little blunt. And the cake was from you, it would have been a waste to throw it away, so I ate it. Alex cut me off. It's fine. I don't care. Since the whole thing was my stupid idea, I felt guilty. I'm sorry. I apologize on Mike's behalf. Jamie. Yeah? Why aren't you asking me why I kissed you? My brain shut down, so I just went along with it. Why did you kiss me? Because I think I'm starting to like you. Felt like I'd been struck by lightning. My fingers twitched as I stammered. What about Mike? Alex shrugged. It's obvious he's not interested in me at all. Why would I chase after someone who doesn't like me back? Am I a masochist? Honestly, with Mike, it was just a fleeting crush when I first saw him. That's completely gone now. So, Jamie, are you willing to give it a try with me? Just as I was trying to figure out how to answer, our other roommate walked in. I jumped back, putting some distance between me and Alex. Our roommate looked at us suspiciously. What were you two just doing? I laughed it off. Nothing. That night, I tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. The moment Alex confessed, my first impulse was to say yes immediately. But now that I'd calmed down, I started to overthink it. Why would Alex suddenly like me? Just because I ate the cake he bought instead of letting it go to waste? He was probably just saying it. Maybe by tomorrow morning, he'll act like nothing ever happened. As I was thinking this, I heard a rustling sound at the foot of my bed. Then, my bed curtain was pulled back just a crack, and a figure stealthily climbed in. Alex! Shoo! Alex slithered into my bunk like a snake. Keep it down. Don't wake the others. What are you doing in my bed? I couldn't get an answer out of you today, and I don't think I can sleep without one. So I came to get it. Alex's hot, firm muscles pressed against me, and I felt completely enveloped by his scent. This was the guy I'd been crushing on for so long. In the end, my heart won out over my head. I nodded vigorously in the dark. I'll go out with you. Screw it. I'll figure out the details later. Alex and I were officially together. At first, we kept it a secret, but Alex is so eye-catching and well-known on campus that his every move is under a microscope. We were inseparable, practically joined at the hip, and soon a thread about us blew up on the campus forum. Alex is definitely dating someone. I'm calling it. Based on my extensive reading experience, that guy who's always with him is totally his bottom. What kind of bros are that touchy-feely all the time? I saw them feeding each other in the cafeteria. Yeah, that's not how normal guys act. My face burned as I closed the tab. Just then, Alex came back. What were you looking at? Your face is so red. I shook my head. And nothing. Jamie, what are we right now? Boyfriends? Then why are you still so shy with your boyfriend? Alex leaned down and gently kissed my lips. Things escalated quickly from there, and we ended up on the bed. Our roommate, coming back from outside, was already used to it. Oh, you two at it again? Alex reached out, pulled the bed curtain shut, and closed us off from the world. Hot. It was so hot. With someone else in the room, I didn't dare make too much noise. I just kept my hand clamped over my mouth, my eyes glistening. Alex's voice was a little hoarse. Does it feel that good? I shook my head furiously, then nodded. When it was over, I couldn't hold back the tear that had pooled in the corner of my eye. and it trickled down my cheek. Alex used his clean hand to gently wipe it away. When he pulled back the curtain, our roommate was gone. I was instantly mortified. Next time, let's not do this in the dorm. It's too embarrassing. Alex said casually, I have an apartment off campus. Wanna move in with me? My mom's words from years ago flashed through my mind. Never move in with a man so easily. If he kicks you out, you'll have nowhere to go. I think the dorm is fine. It's convenient for my 8 a.m. classes. I tugged on his sleeve. We can stay at your place on weekends. Okay. The next day, after class, I was heading back to the dorm when someone blocked my path. It was Mike, who had been giving me the cold shoulder since his birthday. His beautiful face was like ice. I was happy he'd come to find me and was about to speak, but he cut me off. Are you with Alex now? I bit my lip, feeling a strange sense of guilt. Yeah. Anger flared in Mike's eyes. How could you be with him? He grabbed my wrist, his grip so tight it hurt. Mike, let go of me. I struggled, but couldn't break free. Why can't I be with Alex? You don't even like him, so why can't I be with him? Mike looked stunned for a second. What does me liking him have to do with anything? Let me tell you something, Jamie. Alex is a player. 1 second he likes me, the next he likes you. What makes you think he won't just move on to someone else? I got a little angry. I didn't want to hear anyone bad-mouthing Alex. You're just biased. Why do you hate him so much? You always think there's something wrong with him, but you don't even know him. Mike said coldly, don't know him? The day before yesterday, I saw him with another guy, and they were acting very close. Jamie, we've been friends for years. You should know I wouldn't lie to you. But you need proof to say something like that. Jamie, Alex has you completely brainwashed. You want proof? Fine. I'll get it for you. With that, Mike turned and walked away without looking back. In the days after my fight with Mike, I was distracted. Every time I saw Alex, Mike's words would pop into my head. I wanted to ask Alex about it, but I was afraid he'd get angry. It was like I had two little voices arguing in my head. One said, Alex is your boyfriend, you should trust him. How can you believe idle gossip? The other said, but you know Mike would never lie to you. If it's a misunderstanding, isn't it better to clear it up sooner rather than later? I ran my hands through my hair, unable to focus in class at all. Alex was sharp, it only took him a day to notice something was off. Jamie, you've been really out of it lately, he said, his eyes filled with concern. Did something happen? I shook my head. There's nothing, really. Mike just came to see me a few days ago. Alex's expression changed instantly. What did he say to you? Nothing much. He's just still mad at me. I said half jokingly, and he doesn't approve of us being together. I don't know why. It's kind of stressing me out. Alex's tone became serious. Jamie, Mike is just your friend. Friends should give each other some personal space. It's not like you need his permission to be in a relationship. I know. I looked up at Alex. You wouldn't lie to me, right? Alex raised an eyebrow. Of course not. I wrapped my arms around him. Good. I like you the most. After that day, I didn't see Mike for a long time. While a part of me felt sad, another part was relieved. It seemed like Mike couldn't find any of his so-called proof. Thinking this, I felt incredibly guilty for ever doubting Alex. With Christmas just around the corner, I decided to get him a really nice gift. Alex asked me where I wanted to go, and I was a little undecided. How about the amusement park? I heard they have a fireworks show on Christmas night. What do you think? My eyes lit up and I quickly agreed. Yeah. I've never been to an amusement park before. On Christmas Day, Alex and I went on every single ride in the park. It felt like I was finally making up for a missing piece of my childhood. That evening, the rooftop was packed with people watching the fireworks. Alex held my hand tightly, afraid I'd get lost in the crowd. I was staring up at the stunning explosions when I realized the hand holding mine had let go. By the time I noticed, Alex was gone. I started to panic. Alex? I pushed my way through the crowd, but a man in a Santa Claus costume blocked my way. I moved left, he moved left. I moved right, he moved right. Excuse me, could you please let me through? I got separated from my boyfriend, and I need to find him. Jamie. I looked up in disbelief. The Santa Claus had Alex's voice. I remember you mentioned in the dorm once that you always wanted to go to an amusement park. You never went as a kid, so you were curious, but you thought it would be too childish and embarrassing as an adult. With me here, do you still feel embarrassed? I shook my head. Alex took off the Santa hat, his eyes sparkling like the fireworks above. This is a gift from Santa. I hope my boyfriend can be happy and safe every day from now on. Tears streamed down my face uncontrollably, and I threw my arms around him. I thought I heard someone call my name, but before I could turn, Alex cupped my face and kissed me deeply. Don't get distracted, Jamie. As we were leaving the park, I thought I saw Mike in the distance, but when I looked again, he was gone. Mike and I used to spend every holiday together. Since we were fighting this year, he obviously didn't come looking for me. I didn't want to lose him as a friend. I'll find a time to talk things out with him in a few days. I thought to myself. I didn't have to go looking for Mike, though. He came to me. He looked like he'd lost a lot of weight in just a few days, and he seemed exhausted. Have you been busy, Jules? You have dark circles under your eyes. You need to get some rest. Mike subconsciously touched his face, then shot me a cold look. You care about me now? His tone was strangely resentful. I pursed my lips, shaking the weird thought from my head. You came to find me. What did you want to show me? See for yourself. The proof you wanted. About Alex. Mike slammed his phone down in front of me. It was a video. The camera was shaky, but it was focused on the man sitting in the middle of a sofa. Alex, you're really with that roommate of yours? Didn't you have a bet going that you were going to get with our campus belle, that Mike guy? Man, he's gorgeous, too bad he's a dude. Alex snorted. You know who Mike likes? The person next to him leaned in curiously. Who? Alex pointed at himself. He's into my boyfriend. In the video, Alex's words and gestures were crude, a complete mismatch with his usual appearance. No way, dude. You couldn't get the guy, so you went for the guy's crush instead? Shut up. Alex laughed. You make me sound like some kind of creep. Jamie's the one who's into me, you know that? He's had a crush on me since freshman year. He thought I couldn't tell, even tried to set me up with his best friend. He's so stupid it's almost cute. So, he knew all along that I liked him? I watched it again and again, hoping someone would tell me the person in the video wasn't Alex, that I was seeing things. Man, that's rough for him. Getting played like that. He's totally into it, okay? We're just messing around. Besides, don't you think he's like a puppy? Kinda cute and super clingy. I'm still having fun with it for now. The video ended. I pushed the phone away. Mike, sitting across from me, stared intently. Now you know. Alex is not a good person. I didn't say anything for a long time. Silence stretched between us. After a few moments, Mike looked at me in disbelief. You saw that, and you're still thinking of staying with him? Mike, where did you get this video? He hesitated for a moment. I had a friend help me film it. That's not the point. I gave a bitter smile. It's not that simple, is it? I did all of this for you. Am I supposed to just stand by and watch you get played? Jamie, do you have any sense left? After all that, you still want to be with him? I clutched my head in agony. I don't know, sometimes I wish I never knew the truth. But then the next second I hate myself for thinking that. It's like there are two people fighting in my head. Mike, just go. I need to be alone. He looked like he wanted to say more, but I cut him off. Please just go. Thank you for telling me the truth. This was the first time I had ever liked someone this much. I didn't know what to do. The Alex who took me to the amusement park, dressed up as Santa, and told me he wanted me to be happy forever. The Alex in the video who called me stupid and treated our relationship like a joke. I couldn't tell which one was real anymore. I didn't want to go back to school, so I called my academic advisor, faked an excuse, and checked into a hotel off campus. I slept around the clock. Alex called me over and over. It was so annoying that I just turned my phone off. Even my dreams were restless. I felt hot one minute and cold the next, like I was trapped in a huge, empty room with no end in sight. I curled into a ball and wrapped myself tightly in the blankets. When I opened my eyes again, I wasn't in the hotel anymore. Everything was white, and the air smelled of disinfectant. I turned my head and saw an 4 drip in the back of my right hand. Jamie, you're awake? Alex and Mike, who had been sitting in the corner, both stood up and walked toward me. How are you feeling? Are you still sick? I looked at their faces and frowned. Did you two get in a fight? Both of their faces were a colorful mess of bruises. It wasn't a good look. Alex and Mike fell silent in unison. I sighed quietly. Jules, can you step out for a minute? I want to talk to Alex. Mike's reaction was sharp. No, please just do this for me. Can you step out for a bit? I looked at him pleadingly. He hesitated for a moment but finally agreed. I looked at Alex and asked in a low voice, that video, was it real? A small part of me still hoped he would say no. But Alex admitted it without hesitation. Yes. But that was just me joking around with my friends at the beginning. I never wanted to play with your feelings, never. Alex, you were nice to me at first because you wanted to get with Mike, right? And you only got together with me later because you thought I was stupid and easy to handle. My nose stung and I looked at him. You knew I liked you. Why would you do all of that on purpose? Did my feelings mean that little to you? Alex tried to say something else, but I didn't want to hear it. Alex, we're breaking up. After breaking up with Alex, I didn't want to go back to the dorm, so on days I didn't have class, I spent all my time at my student club. I planned on moving out, but after paying rent, I wouldn't have much left from my allowance. As I was browsing part-time job listings, an upperclassman passing by glanced over. Your course load is so heavy. Are you really thinking about getting a job? I gave a wry smile. Actually, I'm planning to move out. I had a falling out with my roommate. You could move into our room. One of our guys just left for an internship, so there's an empty bed. My eyes lit up. That would be amazing. With the upperclassman's help, I felt a renewed sense of energy and immediately rushed back to my old room to pack. The room was empty. Alex wasn't there, which was a relief. But just as I was dragging my suitcase out, Alex pushed the door open and we made eye contact. His face first showed a flash of surprise, then his eyes dropped to the suitcase in my hand, and his expression darkened. You're moving out? Yeah. Where are you going? None of your business. Alex gritted his teeth. Jamie, I really underestimated you. Found your next guy already? He grabbed my suitcase, refusing to let me leave. This is the real Alex, I thought to myself. This is who he really is. Alex, when I see you, all I can think about are the things you said. I can't forget them. For the sake of the person who used to like you so much, please, just let me go. Alex froze for a few seconds and let go. As I passed him, I heard him whisper, almost inaudibly, what do I have to do for you to forgive me? I pretended not to hear and didn't look back. I'm a very sensitive person, someone who can't tolerate even the slightest hurt. In my world, there's no such thing as forgiveness, because I was bullied for years, surrounded by so much malice. Words have always made me tremble. The new dorm room was great. Away from Alex, I could finally get a good night's sleep. Mike started coming to see me a lot more. He asked me awkwardly, are you coming home with me for the holidays this year? My mom misses you. I realized it had been a while since I'd seen his mom, so I agreed. Mike's expression relaxed when I said yes, and he huffed. Finally decided to stop avoiding me? My eyes darted away. I wasn't avoiding you. You were the one throwing a tantrum. To be honest, I never believed Alex when he said Mike liked me. But when Mike confessed to me himself, I had no choice but to believe it. My best friend since childhood wanted to date me. Isn't that weird? I couldn't even imagine it. So for a while, I was like a mouse seeing a cat whenever Mike was around, scurrying away as fast as I could. Thankfully, Mike acted the same as he always had, so I gradually relaxed. I didn't want to lose him. In my heart, Mike was already family. Winter break hadn't even started, but Mike had already bought our plane tickets. He packed his bags 3 days in advance and dragged me to the airport the moment our exams were over. The travel was exhausting. After we got home and had dinner, Mike's mom chatted my ear off until my eyes were drooping. Finally, Mike stepped in. Mom, look at him, he's dead on his feet. You can talk to him tomorrow. Oh, right. I already got Jamie's room ready. That night, lying in the big, soft bed, I started thinking about the emo drama with Alex and couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned, about to get up, when I heard the doorknob turn. I immediately lay back down, pretending to be asleep. I heard someone sneak into my room and stand by my bed, just watching me for a while. Who else could it be but Mike? I held my breath, motionless, planning to wake up after he left. But not only did he not leave, he started climbing into my bed. I couldn't take it anymore. Hey, Mike froze and turned on the light. You're awake? My face flushed, and I shoved his hand off my waist. So what if I am? Don't you have your own bed? Why are you in mine? There's a cockroach in my room. I'm scared. In the warm light, Mike's face looked as smooth as jade, his beautiful eyes blinking. He looked so pitiful. I quickly looked away, refusing to be swayed by his looks. Mike, do you really think I believe that? Caught in his lie, Mike just hugged me tightly. We used to sleep in the same bed all the time. Why can't we now? We're not kids anymore. So, feelings fade as you grow up. I get it. Who taught you all this manipulative crap? Stop it. Mike's warm breath on my neck was surprisingly calming, soothing my insomniac jitters. I closed my eyes and slowly drifted off. A damp kiss was pressed to my cheek, in my dream. The next morning, I woke up to find a light snow falling outside. In the afternoon, Mike and I were curled up on the sofa watching TV when his mom came back from grocery shopping. There's a young man outside, she said, looking puzzled. Jamie, I think he's here for you. I asked him to come in, but he wouldn't. It's very strange. A bad feeling crept into my stomach. I instinctively glanced at Mike. Sure enough, his face had gone grim. I'll go check it out. Mike stopped me. I'll go. Don't. I grabbed his arm. I'm afraid you two will fight again. We won't. Mike was gone for at least 15 minutes. I couldn't stop worrying, so I threw on a coat and went downstairs. Alex was barely dressed for the cold. When he saw me walking toward him, his pale, frozen lips trembled. Jamie, Alex, what are you doing here? He smiled faintly. Are you and Mike together now? I frowned. How could you? Mike cut me off. What if we are? Jamie, you have a soft heart, but you're also more stubborn than anyone. I realized I never properly apologized to you. I'm telling you now. I'm sorry. I really regret it. If it's possible, I hope you can give me another chance to win you over. I looked at Alex quietly. Beside me, Mike watched me nervously, terrified I would agree. He was squeezing my hand so tight it hurt. After a long pause, I shook my head. Alex, I used to really like you, but now we both need to let go. You should go home. Don't make your family worry. After Mike and I left, Alex remained standing there, not moving. The snow was falling harder, nearly blanketing his dark figure. He's gonna get sick like this. I should go give him an umbrella. Don't go. Mike wrapped his arms around me tightly from behind, like a petulant child. Don't go, don't go, don't go. Mike, I honestly have no feelings for him anymore. But if he gets sick standing outside your house, what are we going to do in the middle of the holidays? Do you want your mom to worry? Mike slowly loosened his grip. A hot tear fell on my neck, making me flinch. You? Could it be anyone else? Mike's eyes were brimming with tears. I love you so much. I've spent all these years willingly following you around. Why can't you just turn around and look at me? Can't you spare a little bit of love for me? Please? I was at a loss. Mike, we're the closest people in each other's lives. I always thought we would be together like this forever, even if we never said the word love. But when Alex showed up, I was so scared and so jealous. No one will ever love you like I do. Just look at me, please? I fumbled to wipe the tears from his face, but he was like a faucet that wouldn't turn off. I sighed. What do you want from me? Mike choked out, I want you to say we're together. Did I want this or not? Finally, I let out a deep breath. Okay, we can try being together. If it doesn't work out, we'll break up. Is that okay? Mike's tears immediately turned to a smile. Okay. He eagerly pressed his lips to mine. I'll make it so you can never leave me. I hadn't forgotten about Alex, still standing in the snow downstairs. Mike's eyes were red, and he didn't want his ex-rival to see him in such a state. You can go give it to him. I trust you. You're mine now anyway. I laughed out loud. The second I left, he'd probably be glued to the window watching. But I didn't call him out on it. I went downstairs and handed the umbrella to Alex. You should go home, I said softly. He stared at my lips. Are you really with Mike? I didn't deny it. Yeah. Alex took the umbrella in silence. Then he said something shocking. Is there any chance I could be your side piece? I jumped back, startled. Don't be like that. Move on. Just like me. We shouldn't let the past hold us back. Alex finally left without saying goodbye. I went back inside. Outside, the wind was bone-chilling, but inside, it was warm and cozy. And there was a beautiful man waiting eagerly for me. I broke into a wide grin. Happiness, it turns out, can be pretty simple. Extra chapter Alex. The first time I saw Jamie, I just thought he was a wimp who couldn't even lift his own luggage. But the guy next to him was pretty easy on the eyes. Slim waist, long legs, a face like a porcelain doll. He was hovering over Jamie like a mother hen, like he was afraid someone would snatch him away. I watched the whole scene unfold with a growing sense of amusement. Coincidentally, I was in the middle of a bet with some friends. The prize was a limited edition sports car, but we hadn't decided on the challenge yet. An idea sparked in my head as I pictured Mike. I casually told them I was going to go after Mike. By going through Jamie first. This was going to be very interesting. Jamie liked me. I could always catch him sneaking glances at me from the corner of my eye. But the moment I looked back, he'd quickly avert his gaze. Did he think he was being subtle? Idiot. Every time I so much as glanced his way, his ears and cheeks would turn beet red, like they'd been steamed. Why did a grown man have to be so damn cute? When I asked him to help me get with Mike, I didn't miss the flash of disappointment in his eyes. I thought he would say no, but to my surprise, he actually agreed. He set up the meeting, actively trying to play matchmaker. Mike lived up to his reputation. He wasn't easy. At first, I thought he was just playing hard to get. But the more I pushed, the more interesting things became. Turned out Mike was in love with Jamie. The possessive looks, the protective gestures, it all made sense. Mike hated me, but the more he hated me, the more I wanted to provoke him. After dropping off the cake, I waited in the hallway. I got what I wanted when I heard the cake being thrown out. What I didn't expect was for Jamie to actually pick it up and take it with him. For some reason, that got to me. On a whim, I kissed him. I regretted it instantly, but my mouth seemed to have a mind of its own, and I confessed right then and there. And so we got together. My original plan was to mess around for a bit and then dump him. I didn't expect to fall for him. Jamie was just too pure, too cute. I had to eat my own words about all the trash I'd talked. My friends witnessed my downfall, joking that if they ever played the recording of what I'd said for Jamie, he'd drop me in a second. That was the first time I'd ever gotten that angry. I started to feel real fear. But you can't keep a secret forever. One second we were kissing, the next he was passed out in a hotel, telling me we were over with a pale face. First I scoffed. Then I was dismissive. Who needed who, right? But I quickly realized I was just lying to myself. Fine, I'll apologize. But when I saw Jamie walking out with his suitcase, my stupid mouth ran away with me again and said more awful things. I wanted to punch myself. Was there really no second chance for me? I didn't believe it. I even went all the way to Mike's house. Jamie was spending the holidays there. What if they got together? But it seemed like Jamie was really over me. It was snowing so hard I felt like an ice sculpture, and he sent Mike out to see me instead. I didn't want to leave without seeing him. But when I finally did, my heart died. Even offering to be the other man didn't work. Get a grip, Alex. Don't lose any more of your dignity. Extra chapter Mike. Jamie likes my face. Every time we argue, the second he looks at my face, he can't stay mad anymore. He just gives up. It's an unbeatable weapon. Now that I've taken out my rival, Alex, who's left to compete with me for Jamie? Wait, what if he suddenly turns straight one day? What if he stops liking guys and starts liking girls? The more I thought about it, the more anxious I got. I immediately ordered a wig and a dress online. That night, I hid under the covers and scared the hell out of Jamie. But after he saw my face, His terrified expression melted into a daze. This is it, Mike. This is how you do it. Being this versatile, both masculine and feminine, is how you'll keep Jamie's heart. I took his hand and guided it all over my body. That night, Jamie was very obedient. He barely resisted. I was very satisfied. Looks like I can go pick out a few more dresses.